Hey everyone, I hope you've had a great weekend and welcome back to another speed build video. If you are new here, feel free to introduce yourself down in the comments and maybe make some new friends along the way. Now today I am finally back with another limited pack build. So this build is only base game and Get Together. And I think Get Together was one of the first expansion packs, so I feel like it's also the one that a lot of people have. But yeah, we're really embracing the nature of this Get Together pack. It has this sort of like Tudor revival style, I would say, but it's also a really weird mix. So the Get Together pack has both some really modern stuff, then it has some ancient ruins stuff, and then some of this like Tudor revival with, you know, the wooden beams outside and all these things in the wallpaper. And it's really funny because it's such a weird clash of styles. Like if you're trying to build something exclusively with the Get Together pack, then it'll look so weird because you'll have like, you know, half a set that is super traditional and then half a set that is so modern that it's super clashy. But today we are definitely leaning into that more like Tudor revival style, I think it's called. At least I've seen a lot of American YouTubers call it that. I don't really think we have that here in Denmark. I think the closest thing would be something called bindingsværker, which has kind of like that same thing on the outside with like the wooden beams and stuff on stucco wallpaper-ish. Anyway, we're mixing the Get Together pack and the base game pack in this one, and I've created this very lovely like family home. It's really all about like feeling like a family home. So in this house on this lot I should say, there are two houses. So I decided to create kind of like a more, you know, normal family home with a couple of bedrooms and a living room and even an attic, and just like this kind of like small family home. And then I also connected it to the other house that I saw as more like a grandparent's abode. So over there, a grandma in my save lives, and she has just like, you know, a regular room, like a bedroom, and then she has a bathroom of her own, and then like a little living room combined with kitchen area where it's more sort of a kitchenette, so it's not a full kitchen. And I don't know, I thought it was like kind of a cute idea. I'd love to have something like that for my parents one day. I think it's very like, I don't know, I feel like it'll give me a lot of comfort and safety knowing that we're not that far apart when they start getting like very old and sickly. And since we're talking about old and sickly parents, I should also mention that my dad's birthday was just the other day, so I promised to dedicate this video to him. He is 60 now, not old and sickly yet, but old. At least I have to tease him about that. I think that is just, you know, my job as a daughter. Yeah, I really struggled getting the outside of this house just right, especially the grandparents' house, because I didn't want them to be too similar. I wanted them to be kind of distinct, and yet it still kept ending up looking a little bit the same, and it was really hard to like, I don't know, kind of make them different and differentiate them, but still have that same style. And I just really was having trouble hitting the mark, but then I changed the season to fall, also because it's fall outside now. And I feel like those different colors, it just helped get me onto the right track with it. And I definitely ended up loving, you know, all the dark reds and purples in this one. So yeah, I really loved changing the season. I also didn't really have as much of a vision for the inside as I did the outside when I first began. Like, I really wanted to make this very interesting exterior, and especially the landscaping was a lot of fun. I really loved that lake thing that I put in the middle of it, and decorating around it, you know, placing all the little stones and all the teeny tiny things. It was a lot of fun. I also went into the debug menu a lot because obviously when you're playing limited packs, it can be kind of difficult to make it not feel samey all over. And I wanted to, you know, have some variations, so I went into the debug and found a lot of great little things, and, you know, those bigger low-lying bushes and stuff like that. You know, you really don't have that in just, you know, the normal base game and Get Together menu. I usually love to use the ones from, what's it called, Island Living. I use the ones from Island Living a lot for the low-lying bushes. I think they might also come in the for rent pack, But yeah, those are, my favorite thing to go to. I really love having some greenery. So if you only have a few packs, I would really recommend learning how to use the debug menu. I think there are also some mods to make it even better and easier to go through, but really you just have to type in a couple of cheats, bb.show hidden objects and bb.show live edit objects. And then, when you've typed those in, you can search for debug, and then you'll get this, huge menu of all the items from the packs you have. And you can still filter by items, or by packs, but you don't have the normal filter by items thing, so you can't just go into landscaping. You have to scroll through this huge menu, and it's such a pain, but there are mods to make it easier, I think. I don't mod my game all that much. But yeah, if you're more of a casual player or you don't have a lot of packs, it can be really expensive, then I'd really recommend, you have a lot of hidden objects in there that you probably didn't even know about in your game. Anyway, on another note, I'd really like to update you guys on what's been happening in my life, because, I don't know, I love when YouTubers do that in their videos. That's what I love that little personal touch. So anyway, for my little update, I'd just like to tell you guys that I got the job. I've been talking about a job at a veterinarian hospital for a while now, and I've been really excited about it, and the process was so long in my opinion, because I was the one waiting for answers, but everyone there were super nice, and it was such a nice process in the fact that they really cared about making everyone feel very safe and comfortable, and the fact that they'd spend so much time making just potential candidates for the most lowly job at their clinic and hospital feel so good throughout it. That really said something to me about the place of work, and I am really excited. I'm going to start in November, and I'll be a clinic assistant, so it's basically just cleaning up animal shit and blood and things from the operating room and sterilizing instruments and things like that. So very much just manual and menial labor where you go around and just clean. And I don't know, I had a job like that at a dentist before, and I really enjoyed it because I really enjoy, the bond you get with your coworkers, and then you also just get to, learn so many things because you're in this environment and you can just suck it all up like a sponge, so the veterinarians will inevitably always talk about their patients and what they're doing and things like that, during the lunch breaks and when you're just chatting away and stuff like that. So you just get to learn so much, and I love learning, but I hate learning in school because I hate the whole environment about having to perform and exams and tests and stuff like that, and you never get to just leave school at school and go home and have the rest of the day off. You always have another assignment over your head. But in something like this, you get to just do your own thing, your own labor, your own work, but also learn naturally, just from talking and just all that knowledge that is just being talked about. I'm really excited about it. I'll learn so many things. I'm really excited, and I think it's going to be an amazing place to work. It's definitely a follow the heart thing and not a follow the brain thing or follow the money thing, because I do have a degree in something kind of like web development, and I do love web development, and I also, have been helping a lot of my family recently with their websites for their small businesses and stuff like that. But I don't really think that I want to, have a job like that forever. In some way, I love the creativity and I love helping people and I love that part of it, but I don't really love the part where in a lot of the offices it's more about selling and salesmanship and you have to do all these, half solutions. It just doesn't really feel right. I am very lucky to be in an office right now where there really is, it really is quality it's all about, and I really am proud of the work that is done there. But when I've been interviewing for other places, because unfortunately I can't stay there, they don't have enough hours to give me, so I can't stay there forever, and so I've been interviewing at other places, and it's just so obvious that it's all about money, and it's all about, I hate having to almost cheat people. It feels so awful, and knowing that you do something that is less than because it didn't pay for the full package or something like that, that's just, I don't know, it doesn't feel right to me. So I'd much rather just, clean up animal feces all day and be around them and know that I'm part of a machine that helps, make it all work and helps animals. So even though I will not be the one treating any animals, obviously, because I have no qualifications, at least I am, part of what makes it easier for the veterinarians to do their job and treat the animals. So I am very excited about being a part of that, especially just because I've had so many, weird interviews where you can just tell that it's such a weird thing with, big corporations and stuff like that, and it doesn't really feel right. I love what I do with web development, and I love being all nerdy and, even things like editing videos, like I'm in multimedia and all that stuff. It's very fun, and, coding and programming and, all these puzzles in it. I love that, but I might just be better off having that as a hobby than, my actual work. Anyways, that was a lot about me, and I was wondering, what do you guys do? I feel like a lot of you are probably still students, because, I don't know, I have this feeling that Sims videos are kind of for a younger audience, and then, I don't know, it's kind of this mix of like older people and a young audience. So I feel like a lot of you would probably still be in school, some would be in university, and then some of you probably have jobs like me, and I'm really excited to learn a bit more about you guys. Like, what do you do and what do you want to do? Like, what's your aspirations? Because I feel like a lot of us are in these jobs that we get to because there are some paths in life that we have to take because of where we are in life, and then there are the things that we really want to do. So yeah, tell me a little bit about yourself down in the comments below. And also, since we're talking about commenting, I would also just like to say that I read all of them. They are so nice. I got actually the cutest comment on a short the other day. It was not even a Sim short, just a short with some flowers and stuff like that, and this person was all about like, oh my god, it's so dreary and fall and rainy outside, and you gave me summer and flowers, and they were so cute. I was like, is this real? Like, are you a robot? And they're like, no. So that is so cute, and I really do enjoy all the comments I get. It's so sweet when you take the time out of your day to comment and like and stuff like that. And even when you guys subscribe, if you haven't yet, maybe since you're still around, maybe you enjoy this video and you'd like to see other ones, maybe you should consider subscribing. So yeah, those things really mean a lot to me, and they help my videos get seen by other people. So yeah, if you ever like someone on the internet enough that you want to support them, then remember, the biggest support you can give is just, your engagement and your time. And thank you so much for spending your time with me today. By the way, did you notice to just size down that bathrobe to look like it's a kid's bathrobe? Because I feel like that's the cutest thing I've ever done, and I never thought of it before. It's such a small detail, but I really like it. It's so simple, and really just to show like, hey, there's a child living in this household. I don't know, I thought it was cute. By the way, I know you can see into the other house a bit when I'm building this one, and it looks empty, and don't worry, I did not just bulldoze it. I just edited this, one house at a time, but I did not actually build it one house at a time. I do like to jump back and forth between my rooms a lot, so I did, edit it so I finish one room at a time and one build at a time, or one house at a time. So yeah, don't worry about that. It's all there, as you just saw in the last clip. Anyway, this is the grandparents' house that I am in the middle of building here, and it is very light and airy, I would say, especially in the bedroom, but I also cluttered it up a lot. I did a few things that I think are very, very grandma-core, and I just really enjoyed, building for old people. And, I got a lot of, like, the traditional wallpaper and very comfy chairs, but also, like, a lot of, like, other clutter things that I thought were cute. Like, I added postcards, because they probably would get postcards from their grandchildren whenever they're around somewhere, and I also ended up adding, these weird little porcelain animals around, and I never really noticed there was a set, but there will be both a chicken, a bunny, and I think, is it a cat? I don't even remember the last one, but there is another one. Or maybe it's a pig. I don't know. I'll show you when we get to it. But these different, porcelain animals, and I feel like that's so grandma-core, to have weird porcelain animals around, that fit each other. I would also always, when I was a child, like try to play with my, grandparents' little, they always had these little decorative animals. They didn't have a lot of toys, but they had all those like weird animals in their windowsills, and I'd, play with them as if they were toys. And I feel like that's very much a grandma thing. So this is definitely like a grandparent's house. I think I just added a lot of clutter that reminded them of my own grandparents, like the lamps in the bedroom. That's very much like something my grandparents would have, and something like I'm adding all these flower vases that look a lot more grand. Those are things my grandparents would also have. Yeah, I am just finishing up this little living room area. I think it ended up so cozy with the fireplace and that base game couch that just got a bunch of new swatches in that new base game update. That was always my favorite couch, and now it has even more swatches. And I feel so bad complaining because I hate complaining about free stuff, but they are also just the swatches that match all the other base game furniture, and I did not like those swatches. I wish I had gotten a lot of like new ones that fit more of the new things we have, but either way, we still have a lot more options now, and it's still very nice. And I think I did use some new swatches in this one, but you're never gonna see me use the fuchsia version of this couch. It's just not happening. Anyway, there's actually not a lot video left. It is really me just putting down all the finishing touches on the inside here, and also going back outside with some things. I think I'm going to put, some gnomes down. I think that's the cutest thing. And then, of course, the porcelain pig. We can't forget that one. And then even a chess table outside, and just a few more, activities outside and stuff like that. But really, this is mostly the end of the speed build, so thank you so much for spending time with me today, and I really hope you enjoyed watching. I really did enjoy spending some time with you again, and I hope I'll see you in the next video, and I hope you have a great week ahead of you. So yeah, see you in the next video. Bye!